Hi. Okay. So I am just gonna talk about retrograde stuff happening right now because it's been really insane lately. Like I've just been like so everyone essentially is being like really tested right now with really stressful situations, each unique to them. And this is because we are in three types of retrograde. It's uh Uranus, um Jupiter, wait, yeah, and then I think Pluto. Wait, not Pluto. God damn it. I'm forgetting the last one, but you can search it up. We're in three different types of retrograde right now. And what that means is like there's just a lot happening. Like one of the things said oh, like make sure you ground yourself, like you're going to need to self-reflect. You're going to need to question your beliefs, like all this self-reflection stuff. Like you're gonna need to look at your life. um do you like where you're at? Like essentially just really, um I describe it as like, with swords, like how they're heated up and like hit with a hammer, right? It's like someone like you're a sword, right? Someone heating you up and then refining you. But that's your choice if you want to be. It's like a blade being held to you. Not a blade, but like something that's really hot next to you that you can feel in the pressure and you're like, whoa, whoa. And then you deal with it and then you become like stronger and better for it, even if you don't realize it at the time. It's kind of just like tough love. It's like it's like an annoying parent where you're just like, ugh, God, this nagging, these lessons, and then you're happy that they did it afterwards. You're like, oh, that's why they taught me that. Oh my God, that's why they did that for me. Thank God they did that. Stuff like that, where things are a pain in the ass, like at the moment, but then later you're grateful for it. So yeah, just lots of situations that are like really shaking up everyone's foundation and saying, you want to change anything? Do you? Yeah, let's look at your character with how you're dealing with these situations. I don't know if that makes sense, but that is why everyone's so stressed out lately. Like I've been hearing people say, like, oh, my car broke down. I've been having so many car issues, plumbing issues. Like, oh, I got pulled over randomly for no reason. I had this really stressful situation with a family member. I da 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 da. Just really specific, really stressful things for people. Like, or for me, it's like been like really like a line of like continuous, like really like irritating little situations that like I can get through, but it's just kind of like blah. but yeah, so I think that's kind of why it's like a rebirth, a renewal of the world. I don't know. Somewhere I saw like they were like, "Oh yeah, this is to like help everyone get a new start from like the COVID stuff too, and like bring people together, or maybe I don't know. I'm just trying to think about this. It's just weird. It's definitely affecting everyone. Um really just facing your fears. Yeah, that too. Like I've been needing to face my fears dead on. Like, and if you do that, you're going to get major upgrades as a person. And yeah, the universe is presenting your fears, challenges to you, and they're saying, "How are you going to handle this?" You know? Like, are you going to face it or are you going to repress it and act like it doesn't exist? Either way, we will adjust accordingly so you can become your highest self or whatever you decide to do, you know? And yeah, so I'm facing my fears. It's fucking terrifying. um, you know, but it's cool though. That is cool though, to be like badass and like face fears dead on, like head on, and then fucking like feel better after that and like know you're stronger for it and know you can do that in the future again. Like that in and of itself is a reward. And the thing I remember about fear is it's not real. It is a lie that your brain's telling you because it thinks you're in danger, but you're actually not. It's literally like a human brain thing. It's just like you're not actually in danger. Like you're just making yourself think you are because you're immediately assuming the worst and that you can't handle it, when in reality it's not scary at all. Like, well, okay, it is scary, but like it's not that bad as you thought it was. And then you do it and you're like, oh, this kind of fucking sucks. Ow, ow, ow. And then you're like, oh, I made it and I feel better because I had boundaries. You're like, I didn't know I could do that before. I didn't know I've developed that much as a person. Like, so, yeah. So, that's what's happening right now. If you guys are wondering why everything's going fucking crazy, it's because it's happening for you, not to you. Everyone's needing to look at their character and where they stand. So, and if they like what they see and how far they've come, etc. Everyone, or things they've been suppressing that they need to face to upgrade as a person, you know, like whether they like it or not. It's kind of crazy. Like the amount of people from like my past that I've just randomly have popped up, like in situations where there's a very low chance they would even run into me or etc. Or I go somewhere and then they're there, like at the exact time I'm there. Like these are not coincidences. You cannot tell me these are coincidences. Like, and like the people from like my high school days and stuff, like for example, one of them saw me in Target and then they were kind of just like, they like literally were like staring at me in shock, and I'm like, what? You didn't expect me to be like this? You mean to be fucking cool and actually healed and able to be myself now? Huh. You know, before I was just a shell of a person, right, and was wearing armor, trauma armor, right? That's why I hid, so I wouldn't get literally killed or more damaged. Like, that was a fight or flight response. That was a survival thing, okay? Like, that personality was not my own. Like, okay, that was my personality, but like, it was a very hidden, misconstrued version of who I was based on the situation I was in and the way I needed to be to survive. So now I'm actually myself and I'm acting like it, and people are now like, oh my god, you were actually cool? Yes! Like I told you when I was younger, no fucking shit. Like, things are not as they appear. Like, so it's like, if you bully someone who looks like they're sad and they like hurt, like they pick on themselves and they're like so small and that might just be because they're in a bad situation. And then they grow up and then you're like, what? Oh shit, I treated them badly. Oh no. Monkey, that wasn't who they were. No, usually that's the case. It's like, you dumb motherfuckers. You know, people make themselves like appear smaller when they're like in bad situations, right? To not get hurt. That's why I did that. Because I didn't want to get hurt, and actually I was high-key tricking people. Like, trust me, I hated myself way more. I don't hate myself anymore, but like, I hated myself so much back then. It was bad. Because of the situation I was in. But yeah, so some of that was real, but like a lot of it was kind of just, mainly my trauma was like acting how I thought people would want me to, or in the best way that I wouldn't get hurt, even if in reality it was actually extremely self-sacrificing and hurt me at the end of the day, and made me lose myself as a person. That's what I mean by like shell of a person, trauma armor, right? Like, it's not like none of it was my personality, but it's like I was barely there. But yeah, so No, I did that because I thought that's the way people wanted me to be, and I thought that was the way I was, and that was the only way to be in this world, and etc. Lots of trauma. But then people realized, oh no. So yeah, that one person did, and then it was a person I didn't even talk to, just someone random, because people have these perceptions of you, and then when it's like shoved in their face that you were wrong, you don't treat people that way. um, then they're like, oh shit, I actually was bullying a person who was being abused. Oh my god, crazy. Fucking nuts. I know, right? Someone acting like a victim actually being a victim. Wow. So you make them more of a victim? What the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, but anyways, karma bites them in the ass. But I don't know. I just went on a rant, but like I feel like that's important to talk about, like our own personal things when it comes to this time, because yeah, random shit like that happened where people needed to see me to, need to question themselves and who they were in the past, and okay, you fucked up. Are you gonna change this about yourself? And now you need to deal with the fact that now you know that. What you gonna do? It's kind of, it's like that. It's like testing you. It's like, what are you gonna do now? It's like it's kind of like throw up right now. Like shit's bubbling to the surface, and then you either need to process it, or you're gonna fuck yourself over by repressing it, and then at some point you are gonna be forced to deal with it. So which either way benefits you. But yeah, so that's the situation. Really weird stuff. Oh yeah, and very like ops of mine too. Like biggies that I haven't seen in a while. That too. That personal-ish. I'm afraid to say much. But yeah, stuff like that, personal-ish that I'm dealing with. Yeah, it's not as scary as you think it is. When you start it, it's not as scary as you thought it was. It's literally the mind block. It's just the thought of it that's scaring you the most. It's not the actual action. The actual action is not that bad. It's the thoughts that are bad. It's your self-limiting beliefs. And yeah, you are literally in charge of your own world and everything around you. How you view things, how you view reality. And once you start breaking those limiting thoughts and beliefs in your head, well, shit, you can do whatever you want. Like, even if people treat you like shit because, like you're amazing or whatever, and they're jealous, and they're insecure and they're projecting, if you understand that about them, you take the power away. Boop. Boop. Like, easy, And then you don't need to worry about that again because that has nothing to do with you. And boom, now you can be in the world more freely because you realize, oh my god, none of this has anything to fucking do with me. Because these people don't even know who I am. And also, I don't need to act a certain way to please them. Because why would I please someone who's just being an insecure bitch who's not dealing with their own shit when I had to go through all these treacherous things? And they're just deciding not to do it. Boom. I'm spitting facts. But anyways. So, yeah. I made this video because I'm challenging my limited belief that I didn't even realize was still there. That's another thing about this period. Things that you thought you fixed are now coming up, and they're saying, I think you should look at that again. I think we have some more work to do. So yeah, I'm challenging my limiting belief of my fear of being seen, because people treated me like shit when I shined, because of their insecurities that were projected on me that then I thought was my fault, and I was the issue, blah, blah, blah. Now I realize, oh, everyone's just a bitch. No. And now I realize, oh god, everyone's traumatized, and fuck, a lot of them struggle to deal with the pain people have inflicted on them. More like that. So it's really not me. And then I kind of just literally pray for them. That's another thing. Spirituality helps you a lot. I like pray for them a lot, and I'm like, oh my God, I hope they figure it out. I hope they figure out what I figured out, because it's not easy. Literally, you have to go through the depths of hell. But anyways, when you get there, it's fun. You guys got this. I got this. We got this. We keep going.